Hey, I'm doing the vlog a little different today. I'm not just recording it at night during my walk. This is my morning walk. It's 8:15 a.m. I've already gone a mile and then stopped at my house, made myself my Huel shake I'm reusing, don't mind the logos, I'm not shopping there, but I am reusing, so I am being conscious by reusing, not throwing it in a landfill. Anyway, today's vlog day 7, or vlog number 7, because I've skipped a few days. And I'm gonna just periodically record throughout the day. So, drinking my Huel shake, which is, for the liquid, it's half black coffee, half almond milk. Then I added 2 scoops of creatine, so that's 10 milligrams. And then, or 10 grams. I don't know, whatever the dosing is, it's 10. And I've been doing 20 a day, so I'll have to do this again later. And 1 scoop of caramel coffee from the black and 1 scoop of chocolate from the black. And honestly, it tastes better than most of the stuff from the expensive places. So, I am not sponsored, but Huel, if you're listening, sponsor me, I don't care. I have like 5 viewers, so maybe later. Speaking of which, so far all of my videos, so far I have 2 subscribers, 2. I have a sneaky suspicion that one of them is my daughter. Sammy, if this is you, stop watching this. Your dad's embarrassed. But I'm not going to stop because I need to talk to people and put this out there. Just because it gets it out of my head, you know? So yeah, today is July 4th. Happy 250th birthday, America. I don't typically talk about politics, but I believe in human rights. So you already know what side of politics I'm on. That sounded vague. I believe that people have a right to love who they love. People have a right to move here from any country they want to. I believe that criminals should not run the government. Wow. Okay, so yeah, that's another one. Okay, one specific orange criminal should not be running the government. How about that? If you guys want to hate me for that, just because of my personal opinion, you're free to do so. This country is a free place. So, anyway, I will continue this vlog later. I'm just going to keep going on my walk, and I'm heading up to the lake, and yeah, so I'll talk to you again later today. So I live on a busy street, and this guy just don't care. Do ya? Yeah, hi. Hi. He's back to eating. My little buddy. The lake is so calm this morning. There's one dude out there fishing. There's one dude out there swimming. One person taking care of the grounds, picking up stuff. Since today is the holiday, tonight, supposedly this place is going to be packed because there's fireworks launched from the other side over there. It's assuming there's no thunderstorms. Wow. I truly feel so lucky to live so close to this. It reminds me of in 2019, I lived in West Palm Beach, Florida. And every morning, I would drive to the beach and sit and watch the sunrise. And even though back then I was married, she was up here in Michigan, with our kid. And I was in Florida for my dream job, and she said that she wasn't going to move down there, which basically began our separation and eventual divorce. So those mornings at the beach, I would sit there with my journal. I would reflect, I would write, and I would think about what my life meant. And you know what? I was okay with it. And it kind of feels weird to be full circle, that here I am again, sitting at the body of water at sunrise, thinking about my life alone. Except now I'm home, back in Michigan, and now I have my daughter with me. Well, sometimes. She's not with me today, she's with her mom, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Alright, so back to the vlog. Today's project. So I've got this back patio, and like I said, I'm between a business and then this is my house. And then got these hostas that I just weeded a ton of. And then I got a bunch of junk. And then yes, I have the makings of a hillbilly hot tub. So I am working on figuring out how I'm going to piece all this together and make it amazing. And yeah, I'm just so I just got done weeding a bunch of this. I got some more weeding to do. This corner, because of the way the breeze flows through, and I put up a privacy fence the other week, because before, like, everybody from like the street over there could see it. So finish weeding this, probably pick up some mulch, figure out what I'm going to do here. That's the solar thing for my yards, for my security light out front. And then I built these Gothic arches for a SCA project that never came to light because they were too heavy for me to take to war. But whatever, it's all good. So now they live in my backyard. I had it as a greenhouse, and then I took that down because the plastic just went to shreds. Nasty barrel that, and then my solo pit, well, Walmart solo pit. So it's not a solo stove, it's Walmart brand, but either way, it's awesome. And I'm just gonna figure this out and record it as I go. Of course, I keep my lawnmowers over there. One of them's a dead electric one I got to get rid of. And then there's my coffee roasting grill that needs some love as well. So yeah, I'm gonna figure this out. And yeah, should be fun. All right, back to the vlog. So now I've got, so I'm waiting on parts from Amazon that'll show up on Monday, and then I'm gonna plumb this all out. So basically, these two water reservoirs, so the pump, which has a filter, is going in the bottom of that bucket. It's gonna pump it up, it's gonna waterfall out. So the filter is basically gonna filter, dump. I'm gonna add other medium in here for filter. This, I'm gonna put in an outlet and then a hose. And so basically the outlet is going to be up here, and then it'll just cycle through, which will create more water volume, so it'll hold temperature better, because the more mass you have, the more you maintain temperature. And then I won't have to heat it as often. Also, if I decide to do it as an ice bath, it'll stay colder longer. But I thought that the cedar top was a really cool, like, Japanese style that I've seen on onsens. Not that I've ever been to Japan, but you know what I mean. Like, I've seen videos and I've seen photos and I've seen anime with the hot springs and the way they cover it. And the cedar is, you know, cedar, so it's rot resistant and cheap. So, and then we'll figure it out from there. But that's coming Monday evening, depending on weather. And and I put in a towel rack, so it's coming along. The fire pit is going to end up coming over here. I gotta clean all this because that was at an angle over here, if you remember, and we'll go from there. And then I got to figure out what I'm going to do with that dead electric lawnmower, and then my good lawnmower. Well, it's cheap, but it's good. And clean up the rest of this. Woo! Joy. All right, so now my project is a gate. Not that I don't have a giant back hole back this way, but it's at least a gate to keep some of the trash that the wind just tunnels through here. All right, back to work. All right, guys, don't mind the mess. Got my shaker and spilled some protein powder earlier. This is lunch. So this is 1 bag of peas that I defrosted, did not cook fully, but just defrosted in the microwave, the microwave. 1 can of tuna, lightly drained. I did not drain all the juice because the juice has a lot of nutrients in it. A couple, like 2 to 3 teaspoons of mayo, maybe a little more, whatever. Enough to coat everything. 1 small avocado, and 3 green onions, some Frank's hot sauce, and some Cajun spices. Mixy, MFer, if you know the dude. And then it's 4th of July, so I'm day drinking. Yeah, this is pretty big lunch, so I'm gonna love it. All right, so it's ugly, but it's a gate, and it closes and it opens, and I like to think, I mean, it's a scrap wood gate, so, but I actually like to think it's a little artistic or autistic, but yeah, it works. And then I'll get some, I'm gonna plant up some lush stuff and then figure out a new home for the garbage cans and just greenify this. So, all right, that is plenty for today, and it's starting to drizzle. Yes, and I'm walking again. So, continue this vlog. I have my Kindle. Love this cover. Hakusai is one of my favorite pieces of art. Anyway, yes, I know it's a woodblock print, and it's amazing. Anyway, got my Kindle. I am walking up to the bar. I will take photos of my delicious food and my tasty beverage and share it with you guys. And this rooftop bar overlooks the lake, so I gotta love it. Anyway, this is me. Let's see, after I wrapped up with the gate, I took a shower, took like a 40-minute nap. And yeah, now it's time to get some grub and maybe enjoy the 4th being surrounded by people, at least for a little bit. All right, catch you later. Oh, and then enjoy the food. I know I will. So I realized I forgot to take a picture of my food. So until after it was gone, it was really good olive burger. That's how you know you're in Lansing or mid-Michigan, because everybody has a good olive burger. If you don't know what an olive burger is, find out. Anyway, I did include a snapshot of my beer. So it's a Detroit brewery called Griffin Claw, Clementine Crush, and then the second one, because I had 2. Because, yeah, I'm a little buzzed now. The second one was 50/50 Bell's Oberon, which is another Michigan brewery, with Clementine Crush. So, kind of a shandy. It was really freaking tasty and really delightful on this hot day. So, yeah, I'm going to continue walking home. I know, I got like another 2 more blocks. Anyway, lake's over that way. It's getting kind of busy over there. Not so much my scene. Not right now, at least. But anyway, I'll update again later. All right. Well, you know it's a hot day when I change my shirt. God, how many times has it been in this vlog? Just from sweating through. But could have sat inside, and I could have just soaked up AC all day, or I stayed busy. I got 19,000 steps. It is July 4th. I can hear fireworks going off all over the place, especially up at the park where they're not supposed to be setting them off. And I can feel sprinkles starting to land on top of my bald little head here. So, so I'm going to wrap up this vlog for the day. But I'm going to talk about something interesting that kind of happened. My special person, she reached out after kind of ghosting me a little bit. There's a lot of nuance, but she just casually reached out saying that her and her kids were gonna go up to the park, and asked if I wanted to join them. And I said, well, and I sent the text back, I was thinking about heading up, but before we meet up, we should talk. Call me when you get the chance. And she called, and I said, hey, what happened? And she talked all about how that she just wants to be friends, and me coming to her house last Tuesday to pick up my own child from a birthday party gave her the ick. And then when I was making conversation and being funny, she thought I was being intrusive. We ended up having a full emotional breakdown, and I basically just told her, like, look, I'm fine being your friend, but know that I love you, and if you start seeing someone, I'm going to step away. She told me that's not fair to her, and I'm like, it doesn't matter if it's fair to her or not. She can either be my friend or she can lose the friendship. I basically stayed by my boundary, but it was a good conversation because a couple things happened, and God, I hope she does not watch this. She's not really on YouTube, so I don't think that's going to be a thing, unless she's one of my 2 subscribers. I don't want to lose friendship either. That's honest truth. But I'm not going to deny that I love her. I love her kids. And our kids consider themselves siblings. And a lot of other sticky things that are going on. So, I am forever an optimist. And I am just doing me now. So that's kind of the whole point and why I started this vlog, because I needed to talk to someone, and I needed to express myself, and I needed to do other things. And my initial birthday vlog, I was a depressed mess, and then rambling, and I'm just looking to slow down and discuss things and gain some followers and share my insight. And if anything that I do helps any of you, dude, comment, let me know, like, subscribe, all the good things to get this out there. Mental health isn't a joke, and I have had my dark times, and I do love myself. I think I'm pretty awesome. I'm just really sorry that no one else agrees with that. Being alone on a national holiday, drinking alone, reading my book. I mean, some people would consider that a dream, but I do like community. I would like to have a special person or friends in my life that would reach out to me, even if it's just to check what's going on. I haven't had that, not in a long time. So, anyway, now that that's depressing, yay, like and subscribe, give me the pity, yay. Okay, I'm gonna sign off here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for everything. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye.